These videos are educational in nature and are designed to help people over 21 who smoke cigarettes switch to a less harmful alternative. All right, what's up, everybody? Today's the day. I'm talking about the Oxva Xlim Pro 2 DNA version. Now, a DNA board to the average pod user isn't going to mean much of anything, but to a, hobbyist vapor who's been around quite a while, DNA, well, that carries some weight. DNA boards in vapor products are traditionally really high quality, really great wattage, really great signal. It does temperature control. And so far, it took me 3 Oxva Xlim Pro 2s to get there, but I think I finally figured this out and what was going wrong with them. But hang on. First things first, the Oxva DNA is a weighty fellow. Dirty Kitchen scale clock this at about 2.5 ounces, which doesn't sound like much, but in the realm of pods, it's a pretty heavy pod. I've had much heavier pods, but this is a little bit too heavy to do hands-free. 1300 mAh battery on the inside, and like it says, there's a DNA on the inside. We'll get there in a second. 90 millimeters top to bottom, roughly 24.5 this way, 14.5 this way. This is next to an Oxva Xlim Go, and it's essentially, it's really close to being the same diameter dimensions of the Go, but it's obviously much heavier and much more full-featured. Speaking of full-featured, got a pretty okay small little screen right now. 290 puffs on this one, just under 1,000 puffs on this one, and we're just over 1,100 puffs on this one. On the side here, I have a little function button and the little heart replay button. This is the sticker that comes attached, and I'm sorry, Oxva, this makes no sense. This does not power it on and off. 5 clicks powers it on and off, and this, what is that? What is that? What am I supposed to be doing there? You wouldn't know it, but that's pressing both buttons together for 2 seconds. Dumb illustrations. Function button on the side also serves as the fire button. If I give it a 1-2, it's going to let me start adjusting the lights across the bottom. Classic. Great. Pulse. Great. Scroll. Great. No LED. That's how I run it. 1, 2, 3 is going to let me start adjusting the wattage if I want to, which I don't. 1, 2, 3, 4 turns off the firing function of the button. It's puff only now, as God intended. And an interesting thing, if I press and hold the heart button, the replay button, it kind of gives me a little tutorial of how this works. Tell you how to power it on and off. Set replay. Cancel replay. Change the color, change the power, enable the firing button. Basically everything I just told you. Now the replay button works like replay mode on all DNAs. If I take a drag that I particularly like, that I feel is particularly warm or flavorful, I can press that little replay button and it will try to replicate that same puff over and over again. That last puff was real nice, so now it's on green, which means that's a replay mode is on. I'll talk about that when we get back out to normal view. Haven't found a lot of use for replay mode in a pod. Lastly, I have a USB-C on the bottom for charging. This silver paint is mine, which I'll explain later. And then actually, truly lastly, there's an airflow control on the side. Ain't nothing else to see down here. Let's get back out to normal view and talk about this temp control. So the story goes like this. I picked up this one and this one while I was in Indonesia, and I immediately started using them right away, just because there's a little bit of hype around this. A DNA board will supposedly prevent all dry hits. So when my pod gets empty, no dry hits. And you know what? It actually works pretty perfectly. The 2 I got in Jakarta to this day, just very randomly and without warning, give me a dry pod warning when the pod has plenty of liquid in it. So Oxva sent me some new units with the updatedest firmware on them, so they should work perfectly. And in that time, I updated the 2 that I got in Indonesia as well to the newest firmware. It's version 1.1.0. And the newest one I've opened, the one with only 355 puffs on it, has worked perfectly since the moment I took it out of the box. I did get a dry pod warning once, and I thought, here we go. It's doing it again. It's giving me that warning. And then when I looked, my pod was actually completely bone dry. And I thought, oh, okay, well, okay, it works. I don't even pay attention anymore. I just vape and vape and vape and vape and vape till I get the dry warning. And then I look at my pod, it's empty. I fill it up. It works. It works perfectly. Otherwise, this just feels and vapes like a really good Oxva pod does. The crispiness, the crackle, the flavor, it's Oxva flavor, and it's all right here. I love these pods. They have proven themselves to me over the years as just being really hyper reliable, flavorful pods. These are newer, these are updated, these have stainless steel on the inside, so it works with temp control. But for all intents and purposes, these are those high quality, flavorful Oxva pods that I'm used to. And that pod's in a battery that's also pretty familiar to me. You know, this doesn't stray very far from that Oxva formula. It's roughly the same size and shape as a lot of Oxva pods I'm used to. It's a little bit weighty, which keeps it from being completely hands-free, but for, you know, a big 1500 mAh battery and a DNA board on the inside, yeah, you know, I'll give it a little leeway, a little room to be a little bit heavier. Yeah, here we are, 1,183 puffs. This is not even halfway through its life right now. Now, the airflow is also equally as reliable as I've come to know from Oxva. On the lower resistant ones, like the 0.6, I have to close the airflow a little bit more to get that auto switch to engage consistently. But on the 0.8, I can kind of leave it a little bit more open and get that open mouth to lung that I really like. And I don't have to worry about the auto switch not firing because it's really, really consistent with this 0.8. I don't think there's a world where I could restricted direct lung this, but here, let's take the 0.6, open it all the way up and see how it goes. I mean, it's a really, really restricted lung, but not entirely unenjoyable. And it also has a replay button, which again, I've never used replay. I didn't use replay when it was in DNA box mods. I've never used replay mode. I feel like every drag that I take is like just slightly different time, slightly unique. And even though I don't use it, I will say when I had replay mode on, it seemed to work. With a pod, they're really consistent anyway. So even without replay mode, I thought replay mode was on. I thought, wow, this is really consistent. Oh wait, replay mode isn't even on. It just happens to be really, really consistent, which sounds like a dig, but it's really more of an aggressive compliment. Like it's so consistent. I don't even need replay mode. It's so consistent. All right. Banana stickers incoming. I really like this. I really, really do. I'm a big fan of Oxva. I like their pods. I like their flavor. I don't love the 2 mil capacity because it does seem like I crank through it pretty quickly, but everything else, the size, the fit and finish, I even like the weight. I can kind of go hands-free, but that's not going to be a deal breaker with this. This feels like a very finished, polished, well thought out pod that happens to have a whole mess of functionality in it. So I think even with those prior like pod warnings I was getting, I think this is going to walk away with 10 full banana stickers. I just really, really like this thing. And even though I was getting that puff warning earlier, it was on an older firmware, and all new, you know, retail versions of these pods should be on the newest firmware. And even if they're not, I can upgrade that. It works. It's powerful. It's tasty. It's consistent. And I have yet to get a dry hit on this, even after vaping my pod. Bone dry, empty, dry. I've most likely rambled already enough in this video, so I'm never going to tell you where you can pick these up, and I'm never going to tell you the price, but I will say, because this is a DNA pod, it's going to carry a slightly higher price tag than probably a lot of the pods that we're all used to, being in that like $30 range. And any human who's currently smoking combustible tobacco products should be replacing all of that combustion with vaporizing, and it's not even close anymore. The science is super crystal clear on this. There is a universe of less harmful nicotine products out on the market. In the description of this video, I'm putting links to just science, just education. This has been a GrimmGreen video. Let's stay cigarette smoke free every day.
It's like 10:30 and I'm just gonna smoke, so.
The same size, shape, and diameter. Fuck. Shape.